Hello and welcome to the Tiggy Team. I'm Tiggy, your host, and today I'm going to be ranking every season of Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu. Let's get started. Alright, so kicking it off at number 16, we have Ninjago Decoded. So a lot of people do not know about this season. It is a YouTube exclusive season uploaded by Lego, and nothing really happens. It's just to basically explain Ninjago, and it kind of shows how Zane, after he was like shut down during the tournament of elements, got back. It's just a little short thing explaining a bunch of things of Ninjago. The reason why it's down here is because it's just not really a season. It's just something to explain everything about Ninjago, and nothing really happens. There's not too much of a plot line. So that is why Ninjago Decoded is at number 16 on my list. Next up, at number 15, we have Day of the Departed. So this is the TV special that was about 45 minutes long. And this is based off of Cole, and it's basically all it's doing is trying to get Cole back into Ninja from Ghost. And it's such a bad episode. Like, it is so much just so rushed. Like, this would have been a great idea for a season, or even just a subplot line in a season, but instead they just took just like a 45-minute episode, and it was not good. It was so rushed, and it did like basically nothing. It was basically just filler to get Cole back into ninja form, so it was not really that good. So that is why Day of the Departed is at number 15 on my list. Next up, at number 14, we have Ninjago Season 1, Rise of the Snakes. So basically, this season is what started it all, really. And I guess it's an okay season, but as I've been rewatching it, as I have recently rewatched it, it's not really that good. I feel like it's just like every episode, or some of them try to like tell you a moral or lesson or something, and that just does not go well. And Rise of the Snakes is just so kiddish, and it really isn't that good. Like, a lot of filler in it, and nothing really happens, and I really just rewatching it, it's just so boring and hard to get through. And that is why Rise of the Snakes is at number 14 on my list. Next up, at number 13, we have the pilot season of Ninjago. So this is a great season. So basically, it's like 2 episodes long, and all they do is, it's just like pilot. If you know what pilot means, it's basically just like the origins, the beginnings of the ninja, and it was released just to see if Ninjago people or Ninjago fans would like this series. And people liked the pilot season, so they went on ahead and made Rise of the Snakes. But the pilot season has absolutely no reason why it's down here. It's just that it is not really a season. It's only 2 episodes long. But for what it is great. But since it's not really a season, it's definitely not that good. But for what it is really, really good. That is why Ninjago pilot season is at 13 on my list. Next up, at number 12, we have Possession. So this is probably one of those controversial things on my list. Possession is a lot of people's like one of their favorite seasons, and I do not like this season at all. The dark tone of it is done very bad, not like Sons of Garmadon, and Possession is just so bad in my opinion. I feel like it's very boring to get through, and I feel like the plot line, it doesn't really grab me. And I'm kind of surprised that a lot of people like this season, which I'm really surprised at that. I guess I can see why, but it did not really work for me. So that is why Possession is at number 12 on my list. Next up, at number 11, we have Legacy of the Green Ninja, Ninjago Season 2. So this probably means a lot to a lot of people, and it meant to me when I was a little kid. Like, it meant a lot to me when I was little, but now it's just not that good. I feel like the first half of this season is all filler. Like, you could watch like 1 or 2 scenes of the first half of the season and be just fine, and then the second half is really, really good. It's kind of just you can feel the finale style in it. And it was supposed to be the last season of Ninjago, but people wanted more, so they made more. But Legacy of a Green Ninja, it does really, really good with the finale, but other than that, it feels like a lot of filler, and that's definitely what weighs it down here at number 11 on my list. Next up, at number 10, we have Rebooted. So this is Ninjago Season 3, and, I mean, this is a really great season in the fact that Zane is the main focus ninja here, and I think it introduces, like, a ton of things for Ninjago. And it brings back an interesting villain, and, you know, a lot of people thought that Zane actually did die, including myself, first time watching it, but of course they brought him back later. But yeah, Rebooted does a good job of making you interested and has a good villain. Definitely has some mistakes. It's kind of just, it's not as good as the other seasons, nothing really wrong with it. So that is why Ninjago Rebooted is at number 10 on my list. Next up, at number 9, we have Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu. So this is season 11 of Ninjago, and a lot of people do not like this season, and I myself, I found it to be quite good. There's basically 2 parts to it. It's 30 episodes long, the Ice chapter and the Fire chapter. The Ice chapter is definitely better than the Fire chapter, but I think overall the season is not as bad as people make it out to be. Especially like rewatching it, it gets so much better. And I definitely like the villains of this season. I like the plotline, the storyline, and I think it is overall really good. It's kind of like Rise of the Snakes a bit, but it does it a bit better. Yeah, so that is why Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu is at number 9 on my list. Next up, at number 8, we have The Hands of Time. So, if you watched my previous Ninjago ranking video, this was at number 3 or 2. I can't remember which one. But it's definitely gone down for me. I still think it is a tremendous season, but there's definitely better seasons. So The Hands of Time, basically, yeah, it's really, really good. It's a solid season. They did well on it. A lot of people complain about the writing, but I really don't care about the writing. I think it is perfectly fine. And The Hands of Time plotline and storyline is what I like the most, because I love, like, time travel storylines. That is some of my favorite, and that is why I look. The Hands of Time is at number 8 on my list. Next up, at number 7, we have Ninjago Season 13, the newest season, Master of the Mountain. So, this is a really, really good season. We finally get Cole as the main ninja spotlight, and it is really, really good. This has one of the best fights I've ever seen in Ninjago, and probably one of the best finales ever in Ninjago. I feel like the first half of the season takes a while to, like, pick up, but then after, it just gets so good. So many awesome things happen, and the plot twist of who the Skull Sorcerer is absolutely amazing. And just seeing Cole as the main focus is nice for a change, and it's made me like Cole much more than I did in the past, and that he's probably my second favorite ninja, and I really, really like Master of the Mountain. It did such a good job. So that is why Master of the Mountain is at number 7 on my list. Next up, at number 6, we have Hunted. So this is Season 9 of Ninjago, the second part of the Oni and Dragon trilogy. So I feel like this season does really well in the fact that they have to go on the Ninjago City storyline and the Realm of Oni and Dragon storyline. So it's 2 things, and they, like, go in between them very, very well. And I feel like big finale between Lloyd, Wu, and Garmadon, they do a great job with that fight, where basically Lloyd is just dodging all of Garmadon's attacks and not fighting him, and, that makes him powerless. So it's really, really good. It's a great season, a great finale, and they do a lot of really, really good things with this season. So that is why Ninjago Hunted is at number 6 on my list. Next up, at number 5, we have Skybound, Season 6 of Ninjago. So this is a really, really great season. The main focus character ninja is Jay, and Jay's my favorite ninja, so of course, that already puts it up here. And Skybound is, like, the finale of Skybound is crazy what happens. Like, so basically Nia, like, dies, and then, like, Jay goes, okay, so, like, everyone dies in the season, kind of. The ninja are all lost their lives, and then Jay has one wish left, and he wishes like one of the smartest things in the world, and they go back in time basically, and it's all good, and they stopped the bad guy. So it was really, really a good season for Jay and Nia, and it was definitely one of the best seasons of Ninjago. So that is why Skybound is at number 5 on my list. Next up, at number 4, we have March of the Oni, the finale to the Oni and Dragon trilogy. So this season does it's so good. For the finale style, it does such a great job of just bringing in, like, everything you'd want, like the golden weapons of Spinjitzu. I feel like the ninjas' suits, like the character suits that they're wearing, are my favorite of any season. They look really, really good. And the season intro for this season is really, really good. It's kind of like a legacy style of Ninjago, and it definitely does a good job with that. And it's a really great finale to the trilogy of Oni and Dragon. So that is why March of the Oni is at number 4 on my list. Next up, at number 3, we have Sons of Garmadon Season 8. So this starts off the Oni and Dragon trilogy, and it does it so well. Unlike Possession Season 5 in Ninjago, it does the dark feel right, and I feel like a lot of people would also agree. They changed the graphics in this season, in my opinion, for better. They made it look much better with new graphics, and they did a great job with Sons of Garmadon. Just the cliffhanger at the end of every episode helped it a lot, made you want to watch the next episode, and they did such, like, the twist at the end of the bad guys winning was absolutely crazy. No one saw it coming. It was so crazy when Garmadon came back, and I can't believe that they actually got all the Oni masks to work. Definitely a great twist. The best twist of Ninjago, I'd say, ever. Still to this day. And yeah, it was a great twist, and yeah, that is why Sons of Garmadon is at number 3 on my list. Next up, at number 2, we have Prime Empire. So this is Season 12 of Ninjago, one of the ones I most recently watched, and it is so, so good. The finale is so good. So basically, Jay's the main focus character of the season. So like I said, Jay's my favorite ninja, so it already puts it up here. But it does such a good job of bringing you into, like, the video game world. So they travel to this, inside this video game called Prime Empire, and it does such a good job of the villain and Milton Dyer, the person who made this, not actually being Unagami, the unfinished adventure game meaning Unagami. Like, it was so, so good. The characters in this season was really good. The character development was really good. And it definitely was a solid season for Ninjago. And I liked it so much. The finale with Jay, like, felt so, so good. Jay's had a lot of good finales. So yeah, that is why Prime Empire is at number 2 on my list. At number 1, we have the Tournament of Elements Ninjago Season 4. So this is such a good season. Basically introduces you to more elemental masters than just the ninja. They go on this island and they basically fight in the Tournament of Elements to see who wins. And I think technically Lloyd wins, though they did not say it. It turned out to be a plot for Master Chen, the main villain, to capture all of the dead elemental people into his staff so he can have, like, every element. And they also bring back Zane in this season. He's actually on the island, and Master Chen has his power. It's a very, very good season. A lot of people would agree this is one of the best, if not the best, season of Ninjago. It does such a good job of opening up the world of Ninjago and showing how good a Ninjago season could be. A lot of seasons need to be like this season. They definitely need to make it a lot of seasons like this season because it did such a good job. That is why Ninjago, the Tournament of Elements, is at number 1 on my list. That is all for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the Taigi team if you haven't yet. If you don't know if you want to subscribe, go on ahead and watch a couple more of my videos, and then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you for viewing. Goodbye, everyone.